Hello, welcome to Kate's Egg. Today is another day on the farm in Montana, and actually it's the first day of 2022 spring seeding, and that is incredibly exciting. We only have one drill going right now, and that's our John Deere drill that Darcy drives, and it also has our John Deere tractor pulling it. I usually drive the flex coil drill, so we are still preparing that and getting everything ready for seeding. Right now we are seeding chickpeas in this field, and Darcy is filling his drill. So I'm going to walk over there and kind of see what's going on. It is a beautiful day here, and the sky is just gorgeous. This is our red tandem truck, the first truck I actually ever went driving in, which is awesome. So you can also look at that video on my YouTube channel. As you can see, the box lifts from the back here, whereas a traditional semi-truck would be much longer and have funnels on the bottom where the wheat comes out to dump in the elevator, whereas the tandem truck lifts up.
Yeah, if you try to do it easy, it don't work.
Now Darcy is checking the boots to make sure that there is seed and fertilizer coming out of every single one. And Uncle Chris is over here spooling them. Now what's different about the John Deere implement and the flex coil implement is I can spool the boots from inside, and here you have to do it outside. And so you check each shank here and boot. These are the rollers that pack the dirt down after you put the seed in the ground. So basically what we do on the farm is just like gardening on a large scale. So as you can see, these are the chickpeas with the fertilizer, and you go around and you check every single individual boot to make sure seed and fertilizer are coming out. And if seed and fertilizer aren't, that means one of them is probably plugged, which I definitely did last year, winter wheat seeding. So it's never a fun experience. And say just a couple of these on the end aren't seeding, and you notice it, and you hadn't checked your boots in a while, you won't know where it stopped seeding or where you plugged them. So you'll have to go back and either reseed all of that, which is very costly because you can't just seed one portion. You have to reseed the whole 60 feet of the drill. Or you can wait to see what wheat comes up and what doesn't, although it's also costly to seed later because you won't get as good of a crop, or you might not be able to get back in the field to reseed that portion. So there are a lot of variables in farming that you can't control. So that's why it's super important to check everything you can and control the variables that you are able to. So now we are folding the auger, and we're going to unhook it. So this is our grain vac, and the tractor that has the PTO to run the grain vac to take the grain out of the grain bin and fill the semi-trucks, which you've seen in a couple of my videos.
This is actually a new one, which is rather nice.
Yes, and this is the new tractor that you would have seen in my new tractor video, which is so awesome. And it's just like the tractor I was using baling. And after we unhook this tractor from the grain vac, we are going to hook it up to the roller. Oh, so these are lentils. Very cool.
You can actually push that up there, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Right there,
Do we want to keep the... Alright.
right by the hose, yeah.
Oh, and that's the cone that we use to line up the truck to the grain vac.
Yeah. It's rather nice.
Yes. So now Austin is going to drive the tractor over to the schoolhouse. It's got a super cool monitor. Have you driven this tractor very much?
No.
Will this be your first time?
I think I may have moved it around a little bit, but practically, yeah, I think this is a first time I've actually moved this.
I love driving tractors like this. This was the type I had when I was driving the baler.
Yeah.
They're super fun.
I like the lock on this deal here. The Massey, somebody got in and they kicked it into drive while we were pulling Ben.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was great. I could hardly believe it. I turned away and I ran to not run nobody over or nothing.
That's really scary.
That was good.
So a great updated safety feature.
I think so.
What are you waiting for right now?
Okay, do I need to push this in Yes. Okay. There we go. Very well.
Well, you need it. Don't you need this up?
I thought it just moved. Kinda.
See, this is snail.
Right.
So you wanna. Well, you have to bring up the RPMs to go a little bit more. So this controls your speed. So right now we're in the lower, and then once you bring your RPMs all the way up, which we will to move.
Yes.
And then so scroll back to slow down the speed and forward to move it. It's kind of interesting. It's a lot different from the other tractors, but it's really nice to just be able to roll your thumb back and forth to control your speed.
I thought that was neat too, and I took this up to Great Falls to put a snow blade on, and I noticed that when you scroll this, you can change the speed value of 1 and range 2.
Yes.
So depending on how you set it up, you can have a better, like, you can pull it back and it slows you down easier or a little more aggressive like.
It's like riding a bicycle. You never forget, but you do need a little update sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of the time there's stuff that we do around here. You do it just long enough to game on.
Yeah, to get really good at it.
And then it's off to the next thing.
That you already forgot how to do, so then you have to relearn it. And once you get good at that, it's a new thing.
Yeah, it's always new. That's kind of what I like about being out here.
Yes, and that's a really fun part of farming.
Yeah.
What would you say has been the most enjoyable experience of working on a farm?
That's that cannot be narrowed down to a single adventure.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's really nice. Generally, people are a bit weird, and I enjoy the solitude. And then everybody that you run into around here, they tend to be pretty nice people.
Yes.
And that's nice.
And a very large community aspect.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
feeling.
This road was actually better before they graded it.
Yes, it was. They graded our road and put all the big, massive boulder type rocks in the middle. And have you ever hooked the roller up to a tractor before?
No, I haven't been involved in that operation.
Oh, okay, so a new experience for both of us. And the reason we use a roller on the farm is after we seed any pulse crops, which are like chickpeas, which we're seeding today, lentils, things like that, is because when you go to harvest them, they don't grow very high off the ground. So your combine header has to be very, very low, and you use a header called a flex header to mold to the ground. But because you have to cut the crop so low, there are a lot of rocks that can break your machinery and your cutter bar, which is why we use the roller to push them into the ground. Hopefully, most of the big ones will be avoided next harvest.
It's kind of nicer, I think, maybe to push them into the ground and pick them out of the field.
Yeah, well,
You
it's
ever pick rocks? That's fun.
a lot less manual labor.
That chains come up at the cradle.
Oh, and it doesn't go past.
Well, it holds it up because you're pulled tight. These chains come up and touch that hitch at the cradle, holds that. Otherwise, if you have them straight, they just
It dropped to the ground. Really?
And it went down in the ditch. Didn't wreck at all. It just went skidding along.
That's lucky. Well, this part's the easier part. The turns are a little bit challenging.
When I feel like I should turn, I wait like 2 seconds so that, and then I turn.
Okay.
That's kind of
Well, that's really good advice. Thank you. So Austin is the spectacular camera person today. Thank you. What would be your favorite time of the farming? Do you enjoy seeding, harvest?
When you're out in the field and stuff, it's nice. You're doing you're doing important things, right?
Yes.
Like,
I really enjoy harvest because it's just the most fun time. But I also really like seeding too because it's a little more laid back than harvest. And I have auto steer on the tractor for seeding, so I enjoy that. But I don't know. I think harvest is probably my favorite driving combine. There's just nothing like it. Although it feels like running a marathon, and after harvest time, you completely need the rest of the year to go slower. 0.08 miles an hour. So now I have to think about this. Probably park, I would say. And am I in park? Where does it say that?
I'm not sure if it says it there, but I can tell you you're in park.
Oh, it says it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I always like to check.
And
These arms,
Yep.
see that arm there? When we back up, that comes over here. Just lock it.
Oh, is it kind of like the harrow?
Yeah, it's sort of like the harrow and the wheels here. So,
Okay.
but it's always good to go the steerable axles. So the hydraulics turn the tires.
Okay.
And then you back up, and then the things swing out, and then you turn the hydraulics till they get straight again.
Okay. So the travel wheels come up, right? Or
Yeah,
would?
they do.
Yep.
They well, I think the back ones fold all the way up in the air.
Okay.
They do. So we'll get in the tractor and we'll back this out. I'll show you.
So that
See
does the wheels.
See the first one does the wheels?
Yep.
And the second one, that catch it?
Yep. So the second one kind of pushes the roller into the ground?
No, the second one, see those arms?
Yep.
They capture that thing that locks it, and then it lifts the tires up too.
Okay. So what one do you do first?
You always want to do that. You have to fold it out first, so you have to go out in the field,
Oh, so you put it in
forward,
and then you can just, like, here is fine, and then this just controls speed. And then you got to probably bring the RPM up a bit.
turn the wheels,
Okay.
and then you just creep forward.
And the wheels are the first hydraulic?
Yeah, I knew you had to pull forward. Like rake, you have to back up.
Oh, and I see the bar it's going to catch too. The rake can be challenging sometimes.
It gets it back like that, Kate.
So,
Switch it, we'll go backwards. You have to just turn the wheels a little bit. I turn the wheels that I'm going backwards.
yep.
And once they get there,
And is that the second hydraulic?
yeah,
To fold the wheels up, okay.
same thing.
Seeding 2022 has officially begun, and the skies are absolutely spectacular today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to learn a little bit more about how your food gets to your table. You can also follow Kate's Egg on Instagram, KATES_AG, and on TikTok, Pinterest, and Facebook. And if you'd like to, you can go to the Kate's Egg website to purchase a Kate's Egg tote bag, which I have right here. They're 100% made in the USA, and this is a blue wheat design of a photo of wheat taken at our farm during harvest time. Thank you again for watching. Bye!